The Afghan Foreign Minister Salahuddin Rabbani is in New Delhi on a 3-day visit. He met with the Indian External Affairs Minister Sushma Swaraj, where 4 key pacts were signed according to the agreement. India will help Afghanistan in 116 new development projects in 31 provinces in Afghanistan. Apart from this, a motor vehicle agreement was also exchanged between India and Afghanistan. Now, the two countries are also expected to work on a South Asia satellite frequency coordination project.
116 new high-impact development projects would be jointly implemented that would bring socio-economic and infrastructure development, especially in the suburban and rural communities in 31 provinces of Afghanistan. India will assist in Shahatut Dam and drinking water supply project for Kabul, low-cost housing for returning refugees, water supply network for Charikar, polyclinic in Mazar-e-Sharif, among others. We discussed measures for enhancing trade and investment cooperation. The India-Afghanistan Trade and Investment Show in New Delhi on September 27th to 30th, 2017 will provide opportunity to bring business together. India has liberalized visa, especially for Afghan businessmen.
The Afghan Foreign Minister Rabbani also spoke on the issue of terror and supported India's stance against Pakistan. This is the first high-level meeting between India and Afghanistan after the US President Donald Trump unveiled his new South Asia and Afghan strategy.
Both countries suffer from terrorism and violent extremism that threaten us and the region's stability. The terrorist groups like Lashkar-e-Taiba and Jaish-e-Mohammed, which have been launching attacks against India and indiscriminately killing civilians of this country, are engaged in similar terrorist activities along with Taliban, Al-Qaeda and Daesh in Afghanistan. Together, they are daily killing our innocent people and destroying public infrastructure.
My colleague Daniele Pagani joins me live from the WION newsroom for more on that story. Daniele, good evening. Does this meeting between India and Afghanistan gain even more significance following the US President Donald Trump's unveiling of his new Afghan and South Asia strategy?
It does, but not very significant, because anyway, India and Afghanistan have been supporting each other since many years, and this also prior to the American offensive in Afghanistan, American invasion, I should say, of Afghanistan. The two countries share their life within the same region, and India has been investing massively in Afghanistan despite what Americans said. Nevertheless, this meeting comes at a time when, yes, Pakistan is under the scanner of the United States. The United States are willing to send more troops. They actually already did send more troops in Afghanistan, willing to secure or to try to secure a peace. The United States are also looking for a sort of a partner in Afghanistan in order to secure their vision of the country, and of course India is the only reliable partner. So yes, to a certain extent it does gain more importance, but this would have happened, this cooperation would have happened even without the Americans feeling the necessity of it.
Fair enough, but in your estimation, Daniele, what exactly do you think India's involvement will entail when it comes to sustaining the peace process in Afghanistan?
Well, India, I've always said it, has a very strategic importance for Afghanistan, because very cleverly India is not accelerating the military process of Afghanistan. So India is not sending troops, India is not providing weapons, at least not to the best of our knowledge. What India is doing right now, it's a very, very correct strategy, which means putting all its effort into civilian engineering projects. So more dams, water management, housing for the returnees. This is what Afghanistan needs right now. So this is a good way, a good strategy to secure a country, providing them with infrastructures, tools, providing them with skills, and providing them with aid packets, of course, economically pretty big, which is what India is doing. India has invested, if I'm not wrong, in the last years $1 billion and is ready to put 1 other billion on top of that. So
right.
This is the strategy. Then when it comes to dialogue, well, that's a very difficult things to do in Afghanistan because of the actors on the ground.
Absolutely, and I suppose we'll have to leave the question over whether India's involvement in the peace process will also involve an alignment with certain countries that it perhaps doesn't wish to. We'll leave it at that for now, though. Daniele, thanks so much for joining us on the broadcast.